I was visiting the Pukta winery, and I was looking for some of the old established Norton that would have been planted by his first ancestor back then. And actually Parker pointed those out. Now those vines are actually located in the woods, because you can imagine over 155 years ago, trees have grown up in that original vineyard area, but some of the original vines are still present historically there on the site.
So this kind of looks like a normal forest when you're walking like on the edge of the vineyard, but it's not. This used to be a vineyard itself.
Yeah, so if you notice here to our left, we have some, I guess would be considered wild grapevines now, but at one point in time, this would have all been a vineyard, and this is the remains of what happened to it after Prohibition when they came in and ripped these out. So these are probably vines that were able to reestablish themselves. We haven't ever noticed them fruiting, but the tops of the vines are all the way up in the treetops, so most likely the birds get to them pretty quick.
Yeah, I bet they do.
We've talked to Dean actually a few times about possibly trying to do some DNA testing on them to see what varietals they are, and then also try to maybe do some planting.
It's super cool. And there are tons of them.
There's a ton of them. In some areas, they are in trees that are 70 foot tall. They go all the way through there on the ground, so it's pretty cool.
The government thought they
ripped them out.
Yeah, got rid of everything,
yeah.
But the vineyards grew back.
Grape growing, it's a very risky business. Grapes are very sensitive to the environment. It's a very long process. It's 3 years to get to producing grape, and really it's the 5th year until you're in full production for that grape. So you can imagine that grape growers have a lot of time and money before they're seeing any return on their investment. You have to grow with your crop. You have to be there for them. So you have to be out in the vineyard, you have to be walking the rows, you have to be walking the borders, and you have to know what they're doing all the time. No different than a small child. So there really is no downtime in the vineyard. There's always something to do.
It's very tough to grow here, but the reward when things do go your way is making an award-winning wine and getting to share it with others, and the joy that it brings them is why we do it.